Hey everybody, and welcome to Hexiled Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got a match of X-Wing 2nd Edition for you here. Round 3 of the Hyperspace Trial in Jacksonville, Florida at Cool Stuff Games. This match between Jordan on the left and Chris on the right. Jordan flying Rick Olie, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and 3 Gold Squadron troopers. Chris, over on the right, flying Pava and 3 Red Squadron experts. Chris is currently top of the ladder after only 2 rounds, but still quite a feat with 4 T-70s. Where's that music coming from? Get out of here. There we go. So we've got Chris top right of the board. Some funky looking templates. I dig it. Rick Olie in the top corner. So these T-70s gonna go relatively fast, try and force Rick's hand. So Chris has initiative. He placed first. So the Gold Squadrons and Obi-Wan went down to the bottom left. The Gold Squadrons placed first. Then I assume Obi-Wan went with the Gold Squadrons. But Jess and the experts placed after those Gold Squadrons. They wanted to counter corner. But then Rick placed himself up there knowing where those X-Wings were, so he must have a plan. Oh, yeah, let's get bets up. They are up. They're going. If you're watching live on Twitch, feel free to place bets, exclamation point bet in the chat. Then the bet ID 0 for Jordan, 1 for Chris, and the number of credits you'd like to bet, 100 being the max. Cupcakes in the chat showing you how it's done. Who's he betting on? Chris. We will see. Lou says, I'm so glad you can fit BB now. You know what? I've seen so little BB play. Let's make sure we know how it works. Because Jess has BB-8. Or not BB-8, BB Astromech. Before you execute a blue maneuver, you may spend 1 charge to perform a barrel roll action. Now he's happy to see some heroics. Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of points in the first 2 games where heroic rerolls might have been nice. Now we're actually going to get them. So Rick looks like he's crab walking down. Trying to bait out these T-70s maybe. So it looks like we got 3 gas clouds and 3 asteroids. On the larger side of those asteroids too. I don't know who brought what. I would imagine you bring the gas clouds with the torrents so that they can stay in formation, and maybe with the N1 so that you can still get that evade without consequence.
Got some time. I'm gonna join in for a minute.
All right, come on in. Got Steve.
How's it going, Scott?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Oh,
What do we got going on here? We got Jordan and Chris.
yep. So we've seen a lot of Rick today.
Rick is everywhere today.
Yeah, but interesting. It's a Predator Rick. Not I've pretty much seen Juke stapled to
Yeah.
any of the full throttle ships, but no, we've got a Predator Rick.
Yeah, I think we got 15 Galactic Republic lists in the field today out of 43, which is a pretty high percentage.
Yeah. But Chris right now on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
With 4 T-70s.
Yeah. That's a lot to chew through.
Yeah. Glad to see heroic. I think we've seen some resistance lists today without heroic, and definitely wanted that to trigger. So glad to see that there.
We got a Florida Georgia battle going on here with Chris from the Space Coast and Jordan from Atlanta.
Ah, okay. Nice. I think Jordan's has played on TTS with us before as well. I think he was in the first Kuiper Cup, and he was also at the South Carolina Hyperspace trial. So seeing a lot of him. But interesting position. He started Rick in the top left corner.
Yeah.
After, he places after the T70. So he starts all of his torrents at the bottom, Rick at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just sort of crab walking down the mat.
Looks like he's trying to force the T70s to chase Rick so they can try and sideswipe with the rest of his squad.
I think that's exactly what he's doing.
But if they if they turn in on the squad, then Rick can turn in and hit flank from that direction. So I think it's a good solid plan.
Let's see. So he's just one forwarding the T70. So first round, I think he did a 3 forward. So he definitely did go after Rick, but now maybe he's slow rolling. He sees this big opening in the middle that he can put his T70s in. He'll have plenty of time to turn in towards the torrents if Rick doesn't turn towards him. And Rick continues the one forward barrel roll, taking it nice and slow.
This is, I think, the players that are really going to understand Rick are the ones that doing what Jordan's doing, willing to play slow with him. I think there's a lot of temptation to just book it, and he gets into trouble that way. So the players who know how to play slow with him and pounce with the fast maneuver when the timing is right are going to get the most out of him.
Yeah. And you can definitely see it with Rick because not only does he have his ability to get an extra dice for doing a fast maneuver, but he's also got full throttle, so he wants that evade. It's just like a defender.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to go slow, but Jordan knows when to do it, when he's not at risk. We've got Obi-Wan way down there at the bottom. Does he... He has sense. Okay. We've had, I think, 1 or 2 games with Battle Meditation Obi-Wan, so I'm going to have to get used to... Sense Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing Sense a fair bit as a force upgrade option.
It's one of the best bangs for your buck. I mean, knowing the other person's dial is great.
Yep. A lot of people are talking about it on Vader now too.
Yeah, after hate has gone up.
Well, hate's still the same on Vader. It went up on the large base. It went up by ships by base size. Yeah, so it's still the same price, but I think its Sense has kind of. For whatever, it's catching on. There's a lot of people talking about it.
They only punished my Asajj Ventress. My hate Asajj.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I think it's coming up more on Vader now because because they did raise Vader's price a little bit. So the point bid before it was you would just try to take as much of a bid as possible. Right. Now the bid's a little tougher, so people are taking Sense and going up to 200 instead.
Yeah.
I think that's why you're seeing it a little bit, or going to start probably seeing it a little bit.
All right, so he slow banks these torrents in. They can still go sort of left or right around this asteroid, depending on what the T-70s do. Plenty of time. All right, so the T-70s are going to come in.
Yeah. I think that's a good maneuver. He needs to keep threatening Rick a little bit to keep him from having the opportunity to turn back in. So the longer he kind of threatens him, the more he's going to keep doing the crab walk.
And he doesn't commit to either direction. He banks instead of hard turning, so he still has Rick and the Torrents as an option next turn.
Yeah.
But Obi-Wan's going to get behind.
Yeah, Obi-Wan could become dangerous here pretty soon.
And this is a Delta 7. I've seen a lot of CLT Obi-Wans, or Jedi at all. I've seen a lot of them recently. But no, this is good old-fashioned 7B.
Yep.
And he's getting behind here. So all the T-70s are Initiative 3. Just Pava has BB, Astromech.
Yeah.
So she can do a barrel roll before a blue maneuver.
Yeah. She has, I think, 2 charges for that.
So I guess that's why you put her out front. Because if you were in the middle, you lose options on barrel rolling. If you're in the back, you can't barrel roll forward, maybe. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so he does go a little bit faster with Rick.
Yeah, I was curious if he would bug out there, because if he did the slow crab walk and Chris dove in, he might have had some range 3 shots on him. So that was probably the time to go a little faster. Just to, Chris didn't bite, but if he had, it could have.
And I mean it worked, right? He pulled the T-70s across to the left, and Obi-Wan's getting behind. Chris is still going to have to choose one of these engagements. So do you bank again and sort of run towards the asteroid, or do you have to hard turn and commit to a side of this rock?
Yeah, this is a tough decision for Chris a little bit. If he banks, if Obi-Wan comes in full speed and he only banks, Obi-Wan could end up with a flanking shot this turn.
Yeah.
If he hard turns in to cover that, then he's probably safe for the time being, but then he'll be, I think, maybe a little bit out of position against the V-19s in the next round.
Oh, good point in chat. The BB Astromech is the cheapest one with charges. That's why Jess has it.
Oh, that's why, yeah.
Yeah. Good point. How many points is BB Astromech? Wrong list. 3. Yeah. Ooh, thank you for the subscription. All right, here come the torrents. One banks, still not committing too much.
And you're right, I love cupcakes. Droid lives do matter.
Just the one bank focus, still plenty of room between them and that rock. They can go left or right. Now, does Rick turn around here, or does he bank and try and get it behind? Well, now you hope he turns around.
My guess is he's probably hard turns in. He did the hard 2, so he's covering Obi-Wan's potential for flank. which actually isn't terrible because the V19s went pretty slow there, and he can still turn into that attack vector on the next turn if he has to.
Yeah.
Chris sporting his top 16 system open templates. He was in the top 16 with me in Atlanta.
Oh, nice. Okay. Do you remember what he was flying there?
Yeah, he was flying dreadlocks.
Okay.
Drea and 3 lock revenants.
I'm not upset to see that go.
No, not at all.
So he doesn't turn around. He does a 3 hard. Gets his full throttle evade.
Yeah, I think that leaves him in a position on the next turn to do a bank 3 into move the V19s up a little faster, do a bank 3, kind of get behind them.
Yeah.
And hopefully line himself up. See, that's what I was afraid Obi-Wan was going to do, and Chris saw it coming.
Yeah.
So.
Can he barrel roll out of that? Yep. I still think that front T70 probably has arc here, or range. I'm going to take a force point off of Obi-Wan for fine-tuned. Maybe he just did that as his action then. Nope, there's a token.
So Obi-Wan will probably be fine here. I mean, that is what got maybe 1 range 3 shot coming at him. So it's not so much a problem for Obi-Wan. He's able to barrel out of most of that. It was mostly just that if Chris hadn't hard turned in there, then Obi-Wan could have boosted up and been in a flanking position. So
yeah.
Now the question is, what do we get there?
1 evade. I think it was 1 crit, 1 evade. Yep.
Yeah.
And that was... Ooh. Does he catch
create
a torrent?
an interesting choice for Chris on the next turn, though. Now he has to decide to whether or not to try and keep chasing after Obi-Wan or deal with the swarm coming in behind him. So
Right.
Which probably are going to need to go deal with those V19s coming at you.
V19s are 2, so he could PS kill one of them.
Yeah. And this all depends on whether or not Jordan is willing to take the risk with Obi-Wan and hard turn him in.
Yeah, I was trying to see a way to go straight and maybe try and block, but I think that gas cloud screws him up. I don't think he could boost or...
Yeah. I mean, you could try to do it with that front leading T70.
Yeah. Probably not worth it. If you're going to commit to these V19s, you might as well commit all of them.
The problem is if you commit to an Obi-Wan block there, that guy's just hanging out in no man's land.
Do you go slow? Do you like 1 bank with the T70s to try and keep some distance between you and Rick? I mean, you know he's going to do a 3 bank. There's no reason not to go with a fast bank out of Rick.
You probably have enough space right now for the T70s where you could probably do a 3 bank to bring them in and possibly neutralize Rick's ability for the round. Because those V19s, I think there's enough gap between them where they could all do fast maneuvers at each other and probably not bump. So
yeah,
that's probably what I would be thinking about doing right now if I were Chris.
Yeah, definitely tough for Chris there. I mean, this is the right position for Jordan, though. He's forced these T-70s in a very tough place.
Yeah, Jordan's definitely giving Chris a lot of decisions to make, which is, I think, always a good goal. The more decisions your opponent has to make, the more likely he is to make the wrong one. So
Exactly. So Maui says he would 3-bank evade barrel roll one of the torrents in front to try and block a fast bank from the T-70s, and then 2-bank the other. So if we know Ollie's doing a 3-bank, do you block that with 2 banks out of the torrents? You just got to make sure you get them out of the way.
Yeah. Because I don't think a 3-bank from the torrents is going to get far enough to block the T-70s. Even if the T-70s do a 3-bank, I don't think so. It's close.
And that's a good question. If you're Chris, do you pay attention to the speed of your maneuvers versus Rick? Do you dial in 3s just to deny him that die?
I mean, I don't think it should be your primary goal, but I think there are times when you should think about, like, the initial engagement turn with Rick is probably, which is what this turn is essentially, is probably a good turn to think about it. And I think he's in a decent position to do it right now.
I'm digging these like orange and black dials over here. It's very Thanksgiving, very Halloweeny.
Yeah.
I guess it actually matches the black one paint scheme. It's cool. Pay attention to your aesthetics, kids.
Yes. Yeah. It's the aesthetics.
You fly with your eyes first.
Yeah.
All right, so is that 2 banks?
Yeah. Yeah, and that gives Rick plenty of room to do a three bank in to kind of join the formation and turn on his ability. So Chris did the 1, so he's did the conservative approach.
I like it.
Yeah.
Harder to block, and you don't risk. If the torrents weren't there, you don't risk giving Rick like a range 1 shot, Ford Ice or anything crazy. Yep, 3-bank fits.
That's a nice job of rejoining the formation with Rick.
And we have to keep in mind this is a Predator Rick, and I do think he's got.
He should have something in bullseye there, yeah.
Whether it's, I think they're both range.
All right, now
3.
here's Obi-Wan. Now, did Obi-Wan bet? Yeah, he did.
Ooh.
He made the bet.
Yeah, and he came out on top. So he does have all of his force right now. So it's really tempting to just ram in there and guarantee that range 1, but you do have to give some thought about the turn after.
Yeah, for sure.
So is it better to just barrel roll up and forward, or just hold your position in target lock?
Are you talking about with Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I would have done the barrel roll up, up screen, basically,
I think so too.
To give yourself more space for the next maneuver.
Yeah.
Because where everything stands now, those T-70s aren't turning around the next turn. They got too much stuff in front of them to try and risk K-turns and things like that.
Yep.
Obi-Wan, if he barrel rolled up, he could do another hard one back in and be totally, totally fine unless they sold out on a block. But
right. All right, range 2. Hit crit spins a force point for hit crit. Looks like an evade and a focus. Doesn't spend it, takes 2 shields. That's on gray. Hit focus. Spends it for 2 hits, it looks like. Or hit crit. There's 2 evades. So that was Rick and Obi-Wan, so not terrible. 2 shields.
Oop, I gotta go do Teo things.
All right, it's just me now. So I think this is the purple T70 going to shoot first. 3 dice, 1 hit. And is that a blank? Spins the focus on that first torrent to take nothing. 2 hits and a focus. Spins it for 3. 1 evade takes 2 on pink. Here's a range 1 shot. 2 hits. 1 evade takes 1 on pink. I think this is Jess. 2 hits. Rerolls with Jess, I believe, for 3 hits and a crit. That should be a PS killed torrent, and that is, yeah, that is a PS kill. Spins the focus. I see 1. I see an evade. Oh boy, they're all going into the... Oh, they're all going off of the dice. 1 evade. And that is it for the round. I'm going to double check on the shield values for those T70s just because they're not under the mat. So we'll be right back. All right, so yeah, it was 1 shield.
Oh, we got just had some sparks fly, I guess, and go troopers down.
Yeah, they annihilated him.
Yep, that's a really good outcome for Chris right there.
And the troopers didn't do much in return.
Yeah.
There was only 1 shield gone in that entire turn.
Wow.
For Chris. Yeah.
That's as good as you could ask for.
Ooh. So yeah, that's 25-0 now. Chris in the lead.
It's an interesting turn. Just as far as, I think especially for Chris, I think Jordan's, pretty straightforward what he's got to do, but Chris can take a few different angles on this.
I think the torrents are a great place to block. I mean, you probably one bank into here, and I mean, probably with both. Then you have sort of a one forward covered and the sort of 2s and 3s here.
Yeah. I almost think with Chris, at this point, he probably still continues to go slow, just a one straight or one bank, and probably still one straight just because of where that rock is for the back of the squad. But I don't know that. I mean, yeah, you don't want to get blocked, but I don't know if he cares that much at this point. He only took 1 damage on the last turn. He just wants to get all of his arcs on another one of those V19s, I think.
Yeah.
Or Rick, maybe. Rick's going to have trouble going fast here, so...
Exactly. This is not a great place for Rick. Yeah, he's not getting his evade. He's not getting his extra die.
Well, he may not need to... I mean, if Chris only does 1s, he could get away with a 2 straight here and get his ability off. So that could work out.
Yeah. You're right.
You know? But he won't get his evade. But he could get his ability, so...
Here's the 1.
Yep.
Does he fit? Oh, yeah. Like a glove.
Nice and tight.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think at this point you just try to get all the guns on a V19 again, which is going to be that probably that one in the back there, because he's going to probably bump into that one in the front with the top 2, and then maybe possibly take it out, and then you turn around on Obi-Wan and on the next turn.
Yep, just gonna nudge Jess forward a little bit. I don't think the one in the back is gonna have room to complete the maneuver, but yeah, they're just gonna push forward. But we do have 2 modded T-70s.
Yeah.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
Plus Jess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not sure which one is Jess. Is that the
black one.
That one? Okay. So that works out.
The black one and the black one.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. So yeah, that works out, having Jess being one of the ones that got blocked. She's kind of got her own mods anyways. Okay. Yeah, he probably did the right thing with Rick there.
Yeah.
Running away was probably the right call.
Yep. That Rick's 48 points, quite a bit more substantial than these torrents. And pretty much free to move Obi-Wan in and hope for something better than last turn.
Yeah.
He's got that target lock. 4 dice. Gonna spin that lock. Blanks there.
Oh, you got heroic.
Oh, nice. All right, so Rick doesn't have anything to shoot at, so T-70s are going to start. Can they do it again? There's 2 focus and a hit.
So that must have been the back one with no...
Yeah. I'm going to mark this front T-70 so that they can get an accurate range 1 reading. Looks like he's got it.
Let's see how much damage Obi-Wan did there.
Yeah. Focus. Looks like 2 hits. 3 hits. Do what?
2 shields on gray.
Okay. All right, here's... Oh boy. Fast. We'll get the damage values after this. 1 hit, 1 crit. There's a... oh, 2 crits. There we go. Two hits, 2 crits, 1 evade.
Hitting 2 crits go through. There's a...
Is he still alive? No. So that is the
There's a dead
yellow
gold
one.
trooper.
And they did it. They PS killed another torrent. And looks like the torrent didn't do anything in return. Jordan's celebrating. Those troopers were just dead weight.
Yeah.
They were just there to absorb some fire.
They've done their job.
Yeah. But man, all these range 1 shots from Obi-Wan for 2 damage?
Yeah.
Rick's over here playing the long game. Wow, 50-0. All right, dial's going down. I mean, chat was calling out K turns. Can you do that with this one?
I think the ones on the right, or at least the front one on the right, isn't. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to K turn. They may be able to. They can talon roll.
Oh yeah.
The ones up top, Jess, and the other one up top can K turn around. Probably 4K Jess and the other one, and then 3 talon roll the 2 on the right.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's a little K turn of his own. All right, let's see what these T-70s did.
Oh, does it fit? Oh, look at that. You know what it is? I think his ship is like kind of angled on the peg, and it's messing with my.
Hey man, do those mind games.
Yeah.
All right, there's the aesthetics at work again.
Now this one is not going to have a good time.
No. But that's not the gray one, so at least that one hasn't taken damage yet. All right, let's see the roll. 1 damage. All right. Hey, small victory. So that's pink. That must be purple then. Not quite good enough for points, but he'll get there. So these two were bumping, so they can't both do 4Ks, right?
No, they can. They should theoretically they won't overlap again. It's like the stop maneuver ruling. You don't like if you're touching a ship and you do a stop maneuver, you're not considered to overlap again. So, and they were touching. So generally speaking, as long as the angle's okay and you're both doing straight maneuvers, you shouldn't run into each other. Now the problem can arise with the pegs sometimes if the angle's a little off, but.
No, it looks like he didn't turn around. So Obi-Wan keeps getting these range 1 shots.
Yeah.
Let's see, is he going to shoot it? I think Gray's in the back, so. Do you go for that range 1 shot, or do you try and get the half points?
Oh.
I mean, I guess you could get half points on one of these full ships.
Yeah. I think you take the range 1. I think he needs to go. There's a good.
Ooh.
Oh, it was a bunch of symbols.
I think that was natties, and they were not evaded. There's only 2 dice there. I see damage cards. Boost stabilizer and disabled power regulator.
Oh.
That's fine. This one. So that was Obi-Wan. I don't think Rick has anything, so we should be onto the T-70s. Ooh, that looks like a whole bunch of nothing. Saw a bunch of blanks and focuses. Two hits. Rerolls into a blank and a focus. There's a focus result. Modded takes... Oh, that was 2 force. Oh yeah, that was into Obi-Wan, who spent his force points to mod that. 1 hit, 1 evade. All right, back to dials. 29 minutes left, 24 to 50. So loose stabilizers, you have to go straight, right?
Yeah. So I think you take a damage if you don't do a straight maneuver.
Yeah. Then power regulator that must have gone off that turn, so he should be ionized now.
Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan shot before them.
That was on the one that was already damaged.
Yeah, let me double check that. Yeah, that was into gray, the already damaged one.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, pink has 1 shield missing from the rock. Oh, Connor with the sub. Thank you very much. Although you should have been here competing. Way to represent Savannah. So we've got a bunch of stress T-70s.
Yeah. So I mean, the one good thing is I think you can just do a bunch of straight maneuvers, clear the stress. You'll need to go fast enough to get past that rock with that bottom T-70, but we do know from the K turn that a straight maneuver won't hit the rock.
Yeah.
As long as he goes fast enough.
Do you have 3 straights that are blue on the T70? Those
I believe so. Yes, they do. I know that from my Poe days.
Yeah, 3 forward. We'll see if Jordan sees that and just sloops maybe with Obi-Wan. I wonder if, well, he could hard turn. I don't know.
Well, I think a sloop is. What do they have? Do they have 3 sloops or 2 sloops?
3.
3s. I think a 3 sloop's a great maneuver for Obi-Wan right here.
Yep.
Did that last T70 get to turn around, or did it bump? I couldn't tell.
It bumped.
It did bump?
Yeah,
okay.
I can see it's
that could be a little problematic. I guess, unless... Well, I would probably sloop to Obi-Wan's right.
Yeah.
Up that direction.
Because that would be an easy block from that guy.
Yeah, if he sloops left, that other guy can block it pretty easily. So a sloop right will actually put him in a pretty good position, and he can still do. I don't know, he'll be stressed, so he'll do that.
Man, I think Obi-Wan is the only one not stressed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like a 3 sloop right for Obi-Wan right now.
All right, 3 forward, relieves the stress, goes for a focus, it looks like. So time for the T70s. Oh, he's just going to bump. That'll help him avoid the rock.
It's one way to do it.
Yeah, I dig it.
Probably needs to make sure he did a fast enough mover to get past Obi-Wan with the other guy, though, so he doesn't end up back on that rock.
Yeah. I think he saw that. Ooh, he does hit the rock.
Oh.
Doesn't look like he took any damage.
That's not good.
It seems smart to me, but yeah, I think he just clips it.
Yeah, he miscalculated. He's in kind of a rough spot there, though, because of Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
It's not facing the direction his ship is. Come on now.
No.
I think you got a judge call. All right, let's see how fast he went. Oh, that torrent's in the way. All right, no damage. Ooh, 5K. So this guy dialed in a 2-bank, but the torrent was there, so he didn't get to move at all and back on the rock. Not a great turn for the T70s, and now Rick Ollie's here to say hello.
He's got 2 T70s that can't shoot, and this would have been a pretty good turn to shoot it. Well, he could have taken out another V19 or getting some shots on Rick at least.
Yeah.
You have 3 T70s that can't shoot.
Spins a force point and the lock.
So Jess is the only T70 that can shoot this turn.
Oh, there goes that guy's gone. Yep. Let him do this attack. Olie with 2 hits. There's an evade and a focus.
Oh,
so that's going
that's
through.
What it was. That one was That one had the disabled power regulator. That's why it did an ion
maneuver. Oh, right.
I forgot
that
was there. Okay. So that's how he ended up on that rock.
All right, Jess. Gonna fire into the torrent. Range 1.
So it's amazing how a turn can swing a game. This game was looking pretty good in Chris's favor, and now it's swung pretty hard just on a single turn here.
Yeah, for sure. That power regulator was brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, hit crit. Looks like hit crit maybe. Oh, that's Jess Pava. That's all paint.
Jess doing damage.
1 evade.
3 going through. All crits. Direct hits in there. Yeah, that's a lot of. I'll go find out what all that was. Yeah.
Oh boy.
There was at least 1 direct hit.
All right, Torrent's gonna shoot 3 hits. Spends the focus, takes 1, maybe 2.
So it was a fuel leak into a disabled power regulator and then structural damage. So that's why. So four damage altogether on the B19. And it's ions now.
Yeah. Oof. He's on 1.
Yeah, that was one direct hit away from being the dream fuel leak combo.
Oh man. 63 to 48. Chris is still in the lead. I mean, that was, boy, that was a big one. And you know where that torrent's going to be.
Yep. This is kind of interesting. I mean, the one guy that they couldn't complete the K turn, he's now in a pretty good position to get behind Obi-Wan and make Obi-Wan's life difficult. So, might not be all bad there.
Yeah. You see a Talon roll here, or do you hard turn?
They have the built-in boost, so I probably do the hard turn and see where you end. See what you see. Oh well, he wouldn't be able to boost in because Obi-Wan would be in the way. So, yeah, probably the Talon roll in that case, just to make sure you get that arc around.
Oh, Rick, Olie, what you doing? So we do have, well, we've got 2 ships with R2 astromechs who haven't taken any damage. 18 minutes left. All right, Torrent, we know where you're going. Oh, sense from Obi-Wan. So he must have spent a force point there. There's nothing in... No, he's got Jess Pava there.
Talon roll.
Yep.
I think this is a turn where he needs to ratchet up the pressure on Obi-Wan, so I think this is probably the right call. He needs to get arcs on Obi-Wan while he still has them.
Yeah.
If he loses another ship, although this could be bad. He'll be okay because he can. I think he'll be okay because he can slide down because it's a Talon roll. So, yeah, he needs to get arcs on Obi-Wan to try to actually push through some damage, especially with that the regen with the R2 astromech.
Right.
And if he loses another ship here, before he kills Obi-Wan, he's gonna have a really hard time dealing with him at that point.
This looks like a really... Not only is it a great position to deal with the torrent, but it looks like Rick's going to have a really hard time addressing that, unless he did some kind of Talon or...
Well, those magnetized X-Wings keep screwing with my perspective. I thought he was pointed the other way.
Yeah.
What did Rick do? Was that a 3?
Yeah, because he got the evade.
He got the evade, so it was at least a 3. I'm just curious if it was a 3 or a 4 because whether or not he's going to get the extra die against against that T-70.
Did that T-70 do a...
It did a Talon roll, so it was a 3.
Okay. Yeah.
So...
Alright, gonna move this torrent out of the way so that... Did Obi-Wan bump? Maybe. Just 3 dice. 1 evade, 2 evade. Takes 1. Goes on to pink. Yeah, it must have been a 4 because I think that was a 3 dice attack from Rick onto this guy. Obi-Wan didn't have a shot. Spent the focus there. So I think now we're on to the T-70s. Alright, I think this is on to Obi-Wan. Oop. 2 hits. 1 evade. Oh, nope, that was onto the torrent. Okay. Goodbye. Alright, all the torrents are gone, so that leaves these 2 T-70s free to take range 1 shots into Obi-Wan. 1 hit, though. This must not be... Oh! Oh, okay. There's an evade. Jess, hit, crit. 3 hits and a crit. 2 natty evades, though. Still going to take 2 on Obi-Wan.
Jess is a beast.
What an absolute monster. So that should be 2 shields off of Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan is back up to full force now. Double check on that. I still see 1 shield there on Obi-Wan. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're right. We got it. Not a great place for Rick. Because it seems like these guys, well, 2 banks put them into Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And that keeps Rick from talon rolling. I think, do they have a talon roll?
Yeah. They only have, that's their only turnaround.
That's their only turnaround, yeah. That 1 bank fits, that'll be nice. He's got it.
Wow, nicely done.
And Jess doesn't really care if she bumps. She gets her re-rolls at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm Jordan here, I probably bugged out with Rick. It wasn't a great setup turn for him.
It seemed like the only real option for these T-70s was to turn towards Rick. So get him out of there. Sloop. Nice.
Yeah.
Nope. He tried to stay in there. He might pay for it.
Yeah, that could hurt.
Now he will get his extra dice.
And yes.
You don't have to complete the maneuver.
Yeah, he does not get his evade token though.
Correct.
So yeah, that could get painful, especially the way Jess has been rolling.
Is it range 1? So into Jess. 3 dice, so not range 1. 1 focus. She takes all that. Rerolls 1 with her ability. So it takes at least 2. Alright, so Pink's going to try and shoot through this rock into Obi-Wan. Should be 3v3, 3v4 if it's range 3. Spends the focus for 3. Spends 2 force points to avoid all of it. Didn't do any damage, but it always feels like a little bit of a win when you can get somebody down to all their force points.
Well, Obi-Wan's gonna have to start asking himself some questions here about using that R2 astromech. He's right on the cusp of half points.
Yeah. There's 2 evades. And here's the last shot from Jess. Hit crit. Rerolls into a blank.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Yep, 2 evades there. Oh boy. Come on, Lou, you got to turn overscan off. Tim, thanks for the follow. All right, 75 to 48. Oof. Double check these T-70s. All right, dials. Got a stressed Obi-Wan on Jess. Okay, so she is half points then. 76 to 75. Okay, wow. So Jess has 1, and Pink is missing shields.
He's got 2 shields. And
Oh.
Purple has 1 shield.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right, 7.5 minutes left. 75 to 76. Jordan does take the lead there. Now that we've got our damage correct. half on Jess was big. So is this a turn where you see a... Do you Talon with Rick? I don't think so, right? Maybe you... 3 yard. Well, okay, so we see the two T-70s there, Jess, and I believe that's purple. They're both heading Rick's way. Is Rick stressed? Did he try to Talon roll, or did he just 3 hard? All right, there's a K-turn. Out of pink here. Jess. Oh, another K-turn. Interesting. Looking to catch Obi-Wan out here. All right, what's this last guy doing? He's got a rock in front of him. Could Talon, but I don't think Obi-Wan's going to be out there. Looks like he's going to play with his S-foils, which would tell me that he wants to barrel roll. Two banks into Jess. Well, that is a ripe target for Obi-Wan.
5 minutes left in the round.
5 minutes. Ooh, Obi-Wan goes towards the rock, but can easily barrel roll. Yep, he's going for it. Goes for Jess. Sees that she's weak. She's worth a lot of points. Rick with the 1 bank. So Rick bumps into Jess, it looks like, but should have a shot into this other T-70. Purple. Here's 4 dice. That's the target lock. That looks like... Ooh, boy, that is a dead Jess. All right, Rick looking for a shot. I think he's got it. Hit crit. 2 focuses. One hit. And that is a damage onto Rick, it looks like. No.
That's what I was worried. I'm like, okay,
Let me double check that. boy, Rick Olie is missing shields. So that's half points. And then we've got 2 and 1 left, yep. Wow, 104 to 99. Under 2 minutes left. Looks like a K turn out of this T-70. There's the 2 hard. No, 3, because there's an evade. And he's going to go for the boost. There's the 1 bank from Obi-Wan. And the barrel roll with fine tune, so spent a force point there. Oh, okay, we're shooting. Looks like that was into purple. Pink looking for a shot on Obi-Wan. That is time, so we will finish this round here. Does he have a shot into Obi-Wan? I see dice getting picked up. Oh, nope, looks like purple's gonna shoot into Rick. Two crits, 1 evade. And if that was into Rick, then he has an evade. No, you're same.
Wow, why are you gonna humiliate him like that? That was really good. You're in the wrong way, but that's
All right, that should be it.
I didn't know we could add to.
What's their points at exactly?
I have them at 104.99 with my damage rates.
How'd it go over here, guys? He won. I need 1 more hole to get out.
Yeah, I didn't have the shield on Obi-Wan. So 104 to 138. All right. Sorry. That took so long to... So one thing I'll make sure people do in the future is have their cards on the board edge, because I can't keep track of the damage if they're not on screen. But anyway, that should be it. 104 to 138. Chris takes it. Resistance takes it. Wow, wow, wow. What a game. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to the players. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll be back with round 4.